Hope everyone is well. It's been warm. Unfortunately, we have to say, bye for now because the temperatures are going to dip again. So it's good while it lasted. I just want to make sure, you know, we do our best to be aware of what is coming. At the same time, come on. Know that we're deep into this winter, right? So it's only about another 5-6 weeks now. So, getting there. And from this point onward, it's not much left. Next week is not as brutal as it's been, because this winter started off quite harsh, So moving forward, not too crazy, which is a great thing. Remain emotionally and mentally flexible. This is an intriguing topic to me because I think a lot of men, right? I can't speak on gay men, but and I can't even speak on heterosexual men from a family standpoint, right? Because I don't have a wife and kids, but if I was to kind of maybe pose what I think, I would think men who are deeply committed and in very long relationships and are deeply entrenched in their family lives, they have formed partnerships with their female partners in a way, because it requires give and take, push and pull from both parties, right? So whatever masculinity the man has, the female kind of has to meet that person halfway, and whatever femininity the female has, the man has to kind of meet her halfway, right? So when I say remain emotionally and mentally flexible, I would assume these people, and I don't know for sure, I'm not actually getting their points of views, so I'm just thinking would probably be the case, right? I can't speak for them, but I would think they have already gone through this process, right? Any heterosexual man who has dated, whether long-term relationships or just has been dating, you kind of understand what this is, right? You have to meet a woman as a man. You have to meet a woman halfway, right? So as a result, it's like it may be more challenging for some men, maybe less challenging others. But I would think a man who is in a relationship, starts a family with his maybe high school sweetheart, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, and then it's been a while and he's eventually married her, and then they have kids and they start their family life together, and they that I think because there's so much give and take, that the masculinity and the femininity gets to a place. Hey, bless you too. I appreciate it, creation. It gets to a place where, and welcome, by the way, and Happy New Year, to where I think both parties are, they kind of blend, like they mesh, to where the male and female energy becomes like, it gets to this place where they're able to coexist and understand one another as much as possible. For as different as men and women may think, and how our hormones are, how things are different, right, between us, I think those people who are in committed relationships, marriage, etc., like they're committed partners with one another. I'm talking about heterosexual in this case. The masculinity and the femininity gets to a place of where they kind of like I said, they mesh and they blend and they understand one another, right? So the whole premise of today's topic is about remaining flexible. And I'm speaking about my own experience. And I'm just talking about, and I'm doing my best to always leave, you know, a day, like a public trail, right? This is like a journal. And in this situation, I'm talking about how you have to have, and mental flexibility. I'll use myself as an example, right? I'm not saying it's such a challenge for me, but I don't have any siblings. I didn't grow up, besides my mom, with like a overwhelming amount of feminine energy. I haven't, right? That's not to say I don't have experiences with females throughout life, but I've gone through many things in life that were tough. And I had a lot of, you know, rough, tough, masculine influences in my life, and